Today, I don't know when the last time you got a case of Mamalusi. When I was in Senate, there was always a case of Mamalusi in the hospitals. I changed all the boards in the hospitals and introduced a new leadership system of CEOs. So my level 4s have a CEO. Because a medical superintendent is a doctor. They know medical issues. But who is thinking of customer service, cleanliness, infrastructure, supply chain, availability of medicine, human HMIS in technology? You need a CEO. And the transformation I've seen in 6 months by just having CEOs in Mutwini, Bagathi, Pumwani, and Mamalusi is transformational. But of course, you'll not hear that story. The story you'll hear is the politics. Because the kind of infrastructural support we need, for instance, the drainage people say we need to improve. To increase the drainage in Nairobi County for rain that comes maybe once a year costs around 25 billion shillings. So you put 25 billion only on drainage, I will not pay a single salary. I'd rather do small improvements. But to do the massive infrastructure that the city needs, you need to get money upfront. We are talking to transaction advisors, but you need to help us with the law. PFM has restrictions, County Government Act has restrictions. Urban Areas and Cities Act can create exceptions that allow the city to engage in certain ways of raising municipal financing. My friend, I have a friend who's the mayor of Cape Town. And the mayor of Cape Town has shown me how he's been able to do it over time, you know, to get money that they would never get. Otherwise, the governor of Nairobi becomes just a cashier. All I do is pay salaries, collect garbage today, and do this. But to leap forward, to transform the city, the kind of infrastructural investment you need at a go, this normal way of financing will not change anything. Nairobi, sometimes we become victims of politics, and people never see what is being done because it's a coveted position. Possibly after the presidency, the next elective position that is as coveted, I don't know which one it would be, but possibly Nairobi. And so everyone and their mother have a story about the city. But you see, what I've decided to do, Chair, is to focus on the work. And that's why you've never had me answering politically anyone. I've just stayed focused. I see the results. And as a leader, you should never be afraid to be misunderstood. If you keep doing the right thing and you focus on it, they'll understand later. They will start seeing the fruits of it. They'll see the increased revenue. They'll see the roads being done. They'll see health. I found 100 billion pending. I set up a task force to look at the legal bills. It was headed by Kamodo Waiganjo. Unfortunately, during the work of the task force, the High Court in Trans Nzoia outlawed these task forces that look at pending bills, saying we are usurping the role of the Auditor General, which is not true. These task forces help us make administrative decisions. I'll give you an example. From 21 billion owed to these lawyers, already they are narrowed down to 11 billion. They had reduced those bills that you can actually pay 11. And we are even going to go lower. They put proposals of how to structure the office of the county attorney. Instead of paying these lawyers huge amounts, one lawyer is usually $1 billion, 500 million, put them on service contracts to serve the county and get a retainer of a certain amount. You will never hear these lawyers charging a private entity like Safaricom $1 billion shillings. They would never. They would never go charge EABL $1 billion or 500 million, never. Because no private entity would pay, but they think that you can fleece national institutions and county governments. I refuse that, and I will not do that. So even the transport system, we have 5 lines of BRT that we're doing. It was stuck. Namata was created. It never moved. I realized in the public notice for Namata, the vice chair of the council is the governor of Nairobi. And so I went to the chair of the council, the minister, and we've revived it. We've had new board members appointed to Namata because rail is seen as a national function in the 4th schedule. So since it's a national function, we can't invest in rail, but Namata, as a body between national and county, can do it. And so that's why we're doing the rail system, the BRT system together with Namata. There are 5 lines. There's Chui, Kifaru, Simba. So the different lines, one is from Thika to Matarongai. There's one that straddles across Mombasa Road through all the way to Kangemi and beyond. There's another one from Juja, that is line 3, that is being financed by the European Investment Bank together with the French Development Agency, coming through Dandora all the way. They all pass through the city center. At the railway terminal where we're doing the railway city, There's going to be a huge BRT terminus there as well. That thing is actually moving. People don't know. I think Senator Nyonka is right. I need to communicate more. And so there's line 4 and then line 5. So I was given an example of the 74 million euros for line 3, which has been stuck from even before I became governor. I'm not going to push the president. Both these guys have come to me. They want a cabinet memo to refresh it. It's taken a year. You know, 74 million. The European Investment Bank, this money is sitting. It is for Nairobi. Now, if it was to me to receive it directly, I would have, we'd be done with line 3 and line 4. You know, so we just have to, because also national government is dealing with many things, 47 counties, international issues, military, you know, so pushing your agenda is a bit hard.
2,900 learners, now to 15,000 learners. You host the highest and the biggest, the highest number of, but these areas are not planned. Article 43 and 50 solutions from the communities that are extremely substandard.